There's something you feel, not just in danger, but in silence, not just in failure, but even in success. It's that tightening in your chest, the noise in your thoughts when you try to rest, the feeling that something is wrong, even when nothing is. Anxiety. Most try to numb it, escape it, drown it in comfort and distraction. But the Sith see it for what it really is, a hidden weapon. What if the very thing you've been trying to silence is the key to unlocking the next level of your power? What if anxiety isn't weakness, but a sharpened signal that you've never been taught to read? Stay until the end of this lesson. I will show you how to stop fearing anxiety and how to use it to dominate your mind, shape your path, and train like the Sith. Part 1. What is anxiety? Anxiety begins not in the mind, but in the body. Before your thoughts even form, your body reacts. The process is primal. It does not wait for your permission. It acts faster than logic. When it senses threat, real or imagined, it pulls the alarm. Your sympathetic nervous system responds with speed and precision. Adrenaline floods the blood, heart rate spikes, pupils widen, your chest tightens as breath rises higher. The body prepares to strike or escape. Your senses sharpen, but your thoughts narrow. You do not think clearly in this state, but you do feel clearly. And that feeling is the edge. To the undisciplined, this edge cuts inward. It overwhelms, it spirals, it becomes panic. But to the trained mind, this surge becomes a weapon. The Sith do not resent this built-in alarm system. We do not attempt to silence it with distractions or numbing agents. We meet it directly and study its timing, its patterns, its voice. We allow it to rise, and then we take control of it like any other emotion or feeling. Because power is not born from stillness. It is born from pressure, from conflict and internal fire. Anxiety is not brokenness. It is readiness. It is your body telling you the stakes have changed. Attention is required, but here is the flaw in most beings. They feel the signal and assume something is wrong. They never consider that it might be right, that the body is working perfectly, trying to prepare them for what's ahead. Your task is not to erase the signal. That would be like smashing the alarm because it dared to wake you. Your task is to decode it. Part 2. Using anxiety to push forward. Where most would freeze, the Sith move. One of the greatest lies of modern comfort is the idea that ease brings growth. That peace is where you find yourself. But those who rise, the warriors, the builders, the leaders, are often driven by a subtle restlessness, a tension, a sense that something must change, must improve, must advance. That is anxiety, not as a burden, but as a compass. It sharpens your perception of threats, yes, but it also sharpens your perception of potential. It whispers of what is incomplete, what is weak, what is still vulnerable. It makes you uncomfortable, and that discomfort drives action. As I said in a previous lesson, the Sith do not wait until motivation comes. We do not seek perfect conditions. We move because of the tension, the ache to become more, the pressure to remain ahead, the feeling that the moment is slipping unless we seize it. Anxiety becomes the quiet motivator, not paralyzing but energizing. It is the current beneath ambition. If you listen carefully, it will tell you where to look, where to strike, and where you are still soft. Let it push you. Let it remind you that there is always more to conquer, especially within yourself. At its core, anxiety is a warning system. And warnings are not weaknesses, they are advantages. When used properly, anxiety becomes foresight. It pushes you to prepare, to anticipate, to run the simulations in your mind long before battle begins. The Sith who survive do not rely on strength alone. They rely on awareness, anticipation. They rehearse the fall of the ceiling before the first crack appears. When you feel anxious before a challenge, that is your mind exploring outcomes. It is scanning for failure points. Instead of silencing it, use it. Ask yourself, what is this anxiety trying to prepare me for? What weakness is it exposing? What preparation is still missing? Turn it into strategy. Use it to examine your plans, your readiness, your surroundings, and your intentions. Like a tactician preparing for war, it is anxiety that fuels attention to detail. It is not the absence of anxiety that makes you powerful. It is the ability to act with it present, to turn it into vigilance. Part 3. How anxiety evolves in solitude. If anxiety surges in action, it also lingers in silence. The modern mind avoids stillness because in the quiet, all the thoughts rise. But the Sith embrace solitude, not for rest, but for reflection. We retreat not to escape the storm, but to enter it more fully. When you sit in silence, the shadows of anxiety appear. But instead of fleeing, study them, track them. Ask, what am I afraid of losing? What have I ignored? Where have I betrayed myself? These questions are not comfortable, but they are revealing. They strip away the armor you wear around others and expose the raw material of your mind. And with that material, you can build anew. Every thought that brings discomfort becomes a door. You can close it or walk through. Most close it. The Sith enter it. Because we know the only way to command the storm is to step inside it willingly. Over time, your anxiety will change. No longer will it warn you of outside threats, but of inner stagnation. It will tell you when you've grown comfortable, when you've settled for safety, when you've lost the fire that once made you move. And in those moments, anxiety is your ally once more. Not warning of death, but warning of drift, of decay, of dullness. The Sith who continue to rise do not avoid this tension. They welcome it, because they understand anxiety is not something you cure. It is something you learn to live with, to direct, to temper, like a blade that never fully cools. Even in the quiet years, even in the peak of mastery, that low hum of unease remains. Not as torment, but as drive. You are not broken for feeling it. You are simply not done yet. If this holocron resonates with you, please like and subscribe so I can bring you more powerful Sith lessons.